The easiest homemade raw cat food for beginners is just to use a premix. This is what I did when I started Jericho on homemade raw. I did this for years. This is the easiest way to do it. Today we'll talk about 𝐤𝐿 because that's the product that I use. That's the one that I have the most experience with. I also suggest 𝐤𝐿 because they use all human grade ingredients. They tell you the country of origin for all of their ingredients. There's no inorganic phosphates. There's no preservatives like BHT, BHA, and it's also formulated to meet AAFCO nutritional guidelines. So 𝐤𝐿 has two separate supplements, one that's called 𝐤𝐿 with calcium and the other one that's called 𝐤𝐿 for meat and bone. Now each of these supplements have their own recipes, so it's important to look over. I'm going to talk about each and look over them before you buy your ingredients and make a plan for yourself. So the first one that we'll look at is called 𝐤𝐿 with calcium, and this one you would use boneless meat and liver. So we're using boneless meat with this one because it already includes calcium. So do not add bones to this one. You would add boneless meat and liver. So the recipe for this premix with water, 1 pound boneless meat, and 0.8 ounces of liver. They also have a variety of other recipes on their website for this premix, which is 𝐤𝐿 with calcium. So you can look through those recipes. There's a link to their website in the description. There's a lot of variety of recipes, and they also provide a nutrient breakdown so you can show it to your vet just in case they're concerned about the diet being balanced. At least you have some proof. The second premix that 𝐤𝐿 has is 𝐤𝐿 for meat and bone. This is the one that I used with Jericho. So for this one, the ingredients that you need include meat, bones, and organs. So since this one does not have added calcium, you would use bones in this one. 𝐤𝐿 for meat and bone. The easiest thing to do, well, what was easiest for me is to buy everything from Hair Today. So Hair Today has meat, bones, and organs chubs, the 80-10-10 ratio, and they also sell 𝐤𝐿. They have both of their supplements. So you could buy the meat, bones, and organs chubs with the 𝐤𝐿 for meat and bone, or you could buy boneless ground meat, fresh liver, and the 𝐤𝐿 with calcium. If you create an account, you'll earn discount points on all of your purchases. You can write reviews. You can also share a testimony on their website. It's really great because sometimes they get free shipping or completely all free food. Give me a polydactyl thumbs up if this is helpful so far, so more cat parents that want to feed their cats better can find this video. Thank you. Now, if you don't want to buy your ingredients online, you want to shop at the grocery store, I would say avoid pre-ground thawed meats that are sitting in the grocery case because these are more likely to have surface bacteria on them. We don't know how long they've been thawed for. Yes, they're refrigerated, but they're also sitting under bright lights. The plastic is usually clear, so you don't want to have surface bacteria on pre-ground meat because then you can't rinse it off. Whereas if you buy whole cuts of meat and grind it yourself, you can clean off the meat. If you can find ground meat that's frozen, then that would be better. Fresh is best, so if you can get some at your farmer's market or the butcher shop, whatever you think is the freshest that's available. But even if the grocery store is the best that's available to you, that's still going to be better than commercial cat food because at the grocery store, it's fit for human consumption. Try to buy organic when you can, especially when it comes to liver, because the liver is the organ that's responsible for filtering out toxins. For meal prep, you'll need a digital scale. I like to use a food mat, put everything on top of the food mat, keeps my counter sanitary, makes cleanup easy. Nitrile gloves, containers for portioning your cat's meals and storing it in the freezer. I use glass containers instead of plastic because plastic traps bacteria, even with regular washing. But if right now all you have is plastic, again, using plastic containers for your homemade cat food is still better than feeding commercial cat food. So what I did with these glass containers is I bought one a month until I had 7. Then I have one for every day that I prep Jericho's food. I do it once a week. And you'll also need a plate to put all the food on when you weigh it. So each of the premixes has their own recipe and also instructions on the bag. So you'll follow the instructions, portion out your cat's food based on what he eats daily, freeze the rest, put one portion in the refrigerator for tomorrow's meals, and then tomorrow morning, this is what I do in the morning, when I feed Jericho breakfast, I put his meal from the freezer for tomorrow in the refrigerator. So at least 24 hours before you need it. Your refrigerator and freezer is different than mine though, so you'll have to adjust as necessary. And I answer all of your other raw cat food questions in this playlist right over 𝐤𝐄𝐄. It has everything that you need to know about buying ingredients, talking to your vet, meal prepping, and feeding your cat. Thanks for watching.